Hi, I'm Kaylee. Thanks for joining me today. It's been a while since I made a video, but I'm back today to share with you some changes we're making in our history curriculum this year. If you've watched any of my curriculum choice videos, you would see that we chose not grass history for this year. We chose From Adam to Us, which is their one-year world history middle school curriculum. There's nothing bad about this. I will kind of explain to you why we're making the changes, but really not to knock grass curriculum, because I really do like their curriculum. We just needed something a little bit different because I wanted to dive a little bit deeper, and this is very much, trying to fit all of world history in 1 year. Obviously, you can't go very in depth with a lot of it. So we have been using this. We have been using the textbook. My older son has been using the lesson review. My younger daughter has been using the student workbook, and they've both been doing the map books. And I really like that aspect of the curriculum. We've also been reading the literature that goes along with it. We do it together as a family, and we've been doing it 3 days a week, because I thought we would slow it down a little bit so that maybe we would have time to go more in depth on some of the things that were interesting to us. But it's just the way the year's gone. It's just been one of those things. It's like we check it off and we're done, and we don't really take time to dig deeper into things. The textbook is really nice. The pictures are awesome in it, and I do really like it. But with me reading it aloud to my kids, I just feel like they don't retain the information from the textbook as well as they do from literature. So I have been interested in looking at more literature-based curriculum, and I have been looking at them off and on for years, and finally decided we were going to make the plunge and give it a try. I kind of wish I would have started years ago doing that. I think this would be great if my kids maybe read the textbook on their own, but I really like to be able to do history with them. And in order for us each to read the textbook on our own and then later discuss it, it would just take too much time. We like stuff that we can read aloud together. My kids and I really enjoy reading aloud books together. So we are giving a literature-based curriculum a try, and I looked through many different ones. And in our not grass history, we were actually just coming up to the fall of Rome and about to start getting into the Middle Ages. So I found this medieval history from Beautiful Feet books, which I feel like it works just great. We can go right into this because it doesn't, we aren't even skipping anything. And so Beautiful Feet is a literature-based curriculum, and this is the intermediate level, so it's kind of like for junior high or middle school medieval history. They have another level of it, I think, for high school at least. And this kit, I bought the whole kit with all the books. I did look at possibly getting some of the books from the library, but with so many books not available at our library, it just wasn't, the price difference to take those books off didn't really make a difference, so I just bought the whole kit. So the kit for Beautiful Feet books comes with, this is the teacher's guide. Now this is not like a set schedule. It goes by week, and then it just has maybe 4 or 5 activities that you do during that week. You don't have to do it on particular days or anything like that. You just do it as it fits in your schedule. Sometimes they have more or less. And one of the reasons why I also chose this is because I've looked a lot at Sunlight curriculum, but I know that Sunlight has a lot of different books kind of going at the same time. This one uses one spine book, and then you're basically going through the other books one at a time. So I like that better than having, because we already have multiple books going at once, and I usually, between what I'm reading with my kids, and what we're all listening to on audiobook, I usually have 6 books going at a time. So I needed something that did simplify the books a little bit. So this one uses the European world as a spine. Now, I'm not entirely sure yet. We've only been doing this for a couple weeks. This is kind of a little bit dry so far, but I also feel like I could go back to my Knotgrass history books and maybe read some of the information out of there if I feel, if I get to a point where I feel like we're not liking this book as much, we can still get some of the textual information from Knotgrass. The other things that this comes with is a timeline, which I'm not sure we're going to use this because I'm also going to share with you something else we're doing as a supplement to this here in a minute. And it comes with a giant map. I found out that they just changed this map right after I ordered it. This came with a world map. Now they come with a map that does more of the European area, which I think would work much better because the mapping that it has you do is almost all in the European area, and trying to fit all that in that little area on this map isn't going to work for my kids. So one thing I am also using as a supplement for mapping is the Map Trek book, because I already had this. And so some of the things that we're talking about, if I can find a map that goes along with it, I'm just making, I'm just printing these maps instead and doing what this book has, instead of following the mapping in the teacher's guide. Now, it also came with, I believe, 17 books that we will read as we go through this. I'll share with you those books. We have Canterbury Tales, Cathedral, and Castle. And then we're currently reading King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. Now, this curriculum actually doesn't have us reading the full book. It just says to pick some of the stories out of it. But we're enjoying it, so we're taking the time to just read the whole book, which we read also. This is basically our read aloud that we read at night. So we read also on the weekends, so it's not really slowing us down a whole lot with the curriculum. Some of the other books that are included are The Trumpeter of Krakow, Fine Print, Crispin, the Cross of Lead, Morning Star of the Reformation, Adam of the Road, The Kite Rider, The Magna Carta, The Adventures of Robin Hood, Queen Eleanor, Independent Spirit of the Medieval World, Beowulf, and it comes with the World of Columbus and Sons. So far we haven't gotten very far. We're only in about week 4 on this curriculum. But so far I am enjoying reading the books together, and there's been some information in the teacher's guide. I have like some links to some websites that my kids have found interesting, and hopefully we will continue to enjoy this curriculum, and I will update you in the future how it's going and see what we decide to go with after this. Now, also as a supplement, I already had purchased several years ago the Homeschool in the Woods, the Middle Ages pack. It is a downloadable, like you download everything and print it off yourself. And we did a World War II one towards the end of last year. So it's a lot of hands-on activities and creating things, not just reading information or worksheets. So we're trying this alongside of it. This is just all the information that I printed, and it tells you each stop, things that you do, and it has things like a newspaper. So they will, by the end, have an entire like newspaper of articles written about the Middle Ages. Now, this also has a timeline included in it, which is why we may not use the timeline that came with the Beautiful Feet books. because I had already had it printed. We started it many years ago when my son was a lot younger, and I don't think he was really quite ready for it. So we didn't get really far in it, but since I have it, I decided we would go ahead and give it a try to do along with some fun hands-on activities along to go with the beautiful feet books that we're reading. Choosing history has been really difficult for me. I love all the history curriculums and I want to try them all. If you have a favorite history curriculum, I'd love to see what you use in your homeschool. Just share it in the comments below. Thanks for watching.